Hello everyone, this is MJPW, and we got another popcorn bucket that they didn't put popcorn in it. I almost considered it when we were rolling up to see Superman. I knew, because I saw on Twitter today that the Galactus head popcorn buckets came out today. So I was like, well, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have one or whatever. And when we got there, in the line for Cinemark, I got mine at a Cinemark, but I believe these are universally at any of the theaters right now. They're not exclusive, I don't believe. When we rolled up and got into the line, there was a huge one, just like, for a display purpose, and then they have it on his forehead how much it cost. And they didn't have any out. But thankfully, we went and talked to somebody, and they said that, like, you really want that thing? Really? And we was like, yeah. And she was like, it's not gonna look like that one. And the reason why is because it's not assembled or anything like that. There's not many of these popcorn buckets, these popcorn buckets that I've seen in an actual wrapper, especially not put together. I think the only other one that I've not seen where it's like put together was probably the Deadpool skull. And it's actually got the logo on there for Fantastic Four. Pretty cool. It's funny that I called to see if they did have them, just to set my expectations, because if I called and they said that they didn't have them, then, I wouldn't be thinking about that, like, during the movie, like, man, I wish they had that. But, I called, they said that, they was like, well, the movie doesn't come out for, like, another few weeks, so I don't think they have them out yet. But then they went and checked, and they was like, yeah, they're out. I was like, okay, cool. But anyway, so I'm gonna try and take this apart and put it together. I know he has light up eyes. The eyes light up blue. I'm hoping. By the way, this was also in bubble wrap, so that's like another thing. Did not expect. It was gonna be all in like bubble wrap and stuff. Even the little bags have the logos on it. That's pretty cool. This is like the most of a popcorn bucket that I've ever seen so far. To quote Homer Simpson, kinda. Try and get this one out too. I'm hoping that, what I was gonna say, I'm hoping that the batteries are in there and maybe it's like a pull tab. Because I'm sure whatever batteries it's going to take, I don't have them. It's not really something that I can kind of Google beforehand right now. Like, what batteries does the Galactus popcorn head bucket thing take? Oh, but the other thing to talk about, other than, obviously the bucket itself, and it's huge. It comes with, like, was it an extra large sized popcorn? Yeah, it was a giant sized popcorn, and we didn't even make like a dent in it through the entirety of Superman, both of us eating on it. And yeah, it was way too much popcorn. And the unfortunate part, I should also talk about that in this video. For some reason, I've been having a craving to get popcorn at the actual movie recently. I said that a little weird, but it's fine. I've had like the craving to get popcorn, and we've gotten popcorn, even though, sometimes it costs more than what it's worth. It doesn't taste good now, like recently. I don't know what it is. And we could go in like the prime time of like the weekend, like a Saturday, when it's like, it's supposed to be like the freshest popcorn during the day. And it'll taste stale. It just doesn't taste good. Same for today. Like, I know that today is a Thursday, and we went about kind of, not midday necessarily, but it was like around 4. It was just before 4 when we got popcorn and everything. Yeah, it tasted really stale, and I was like, I don't even want to take this with us, and we just kind of trashed it. It's very unfortunate because like I love popcorn, and if you're gonna be getting something like this, you want to get your money's worth, and at least have some good popcorn while you're sitting through the movie with this giant package. Thankfully, the seats that we had, there was like our seats and then like the empty spot. So thankfully, I could just kind of put it over in the empty spot. There was nobody to bother it, thankfully. But anyways, I'm gonna put this together. I'll start rambling about popcorn and everything, and we'll go from there. As I'm putting him together, I just wanted to show you the inside of here, just so you get a glimpse, because we say it in every video, but like, how are you gonna clean all of that? And at what point, we say this every video, at what point do you stop making a popcorn bucket and you just make a collectible? Because like, look at this. This is awesome. Just make like a little sealed off piece right there. You don't have to call it a popcorn bucket. People will buy this. This is so much cooler than what would be sold for most of the merch that, isn't just a $30 one action figure of any of the characters or anything like that. I love Fantastic Four. I think it's great. I'm looking forward to the movie. But, like, I don't want to spend $30 on an action figure to, express my love. Now, I will say, I had a lot of the toys from the first films, way back in the day. My favorite, because I don't know where else I would be talking about this, as I put this together. My favorite was... Ooh, that's kind of scary to try and push that down. I had a Mr. Fantastic that I could, you could take him all apart and you could add different sections that looked like stretched out pieces. Like it made his, like when together it made his arm like a lot longer, or his legs, or his torso, something like that. I loved that thing. I love figurines that's like that. That's like where you could like customize it and take it apart, put it back to normal, and you just have a bunch of mess of pieces. Yeah, that was my stuff back then. But they don't make that kind of quality stuff anymore, other than the regular like Ultimate figurines. But like I said, those cost like $30, and I'm not gonna be buying those. But this is like fantastic. By George, he came with instructions. Isn't that crazy? A popcorn bucket needs instructions. He does come with batteries, I hope. Oh yeah, already included, thankfully. And I'll talk more about that in just a second, but I cannot for the life of me, and I'm kind of scared. It's kind of like scaring me. I can't totally get these in here. Same for both sides. It's like the fit is like too exact, and it's making like really loud creaking sounds because it's like, it's just plastic, but it's making really scary sounds. But it's sturdy. It's sturdy, as is. So I'm not gonna pressure it too much. And also, it mentions on the instructions, remember that once assembled, they cannot be disassembled. So if I wanted to move this thing, and if I wanted to take these things apart, or take them out, make it a little bit easier, apparently you can't. But whatever. Like I said, I'm comfortable with how it looks at the moment. It's not standing out that much, other than like right there a little bit. But, even still, it's not that bad. If I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't have noticed, honestly. I noticed the plastic front face part is a little loose. Well, not like that loose to where it matters or anything. It was like wobbling around a little bit. But when I say a little bit, I mean like very, very tiny amount. Like I just kind of like shuffled it just like a little, but now it won't even do it as I'm saying anything, so maybe I put it into place. Don't really need instructions. That was what was at the very bottom of the actual head. But just taking a good gander at him. Looks awesome. Looks very awesome. But I know you want to see him with the lights on. So this is their power button. I think it's got 2 buttons in here. Because there was like 2 ways I could click it. But maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. This side's not a button. And of course, like what I was talking about, the batteries to replace them is on the other side. I think they take like those really tiny little watch batteries, not like the flat ones, but you know, if you happen to get one. Can it tell us? It's too shiny to be able to focus. It's crazy. But you know, it's fine. If you get one, you'll be able to see what kind of batteries you're going to need in the future, because it should include them. Oh, you can see the face goes all the way back there. That's pretty cool. Giant popcorn bucket. Let's move that out of the shot, just in case. And moment of truth. Golly, that is bright. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very bright. Let's see, is there 2 buttons? No, I just think it does the same thing, if it does, but yeah. That's so cool. It's funny because it's like a movie's you're supposed to have like all your electronics like off. You know, it's courteous to like turn your phone off because it's like a light, and also, you know, because of a sound. Funny enough, because of like, other than this popcorn bucket, there is another one that is a popcorn or a snack vessel, I think they're calling it, of Herbie. Not the love bug, but the robot that's part of the Fantastic Four crew. He plays the theme and has lights. And he holds like a drink, popcorn. I think he holds like snacks and stuff. I could be wrong, but I know for a fact he lights up and plays the theme, because I'm sure there's videos of that one coming out now. I don't have that one. I probably won't get that one. I love Galactus. I've been waiting for Galactus to, you know, make a film debut. Every time I've seen him up in the trailers, I'm like, oh, it's finally time. Finally time for Galactus. But yeah, I'm very much excited for the movie. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking up one of these and going to see the movie as well. We definitely will. Of course, Superman came out today for our area. Let me know if you guys are going to go see Superman as well. I think those are going to be like the movies for the summer. You know, we had Stitch and everything just previously. Stitch ruled the box office for a little while, but I think Superman and Fantastic Four is probably going to take over. I think, what's the other movie, the other kids movie that came out recently? How to Train Your Dragon. I think that did really, really well as well. But yeah, lots of good movies this summer. Lots of good movies towards the end of the year as well. Like, we got the new Five Nights at Freddy's. I know that one. That's all I can think of on top of my head. I'm sure there's going to be like another big one. I'm going to be like, man, I didn't mention that. Oh, well, that's fine. Very, very, very awesome popcorn bucket that I would never, ever, ever put popcorn in. But it is fairly hollow all the way to the bottom. Even my voice echoes through it. I think up until like this base right here. Really, really awesome collector piece that is taller than my actual computer and stuff back here. Just about as tall as my giant monitor. And I'm having to like lean back. I hope I'm not too loud for the video. I'm having to like lean back to get him into the whole frame. Super, super, super awesome. If you want something to scale, recently I reviewed the Jaws popcorn bucket. I know that's not remotely the same thing, but I thought that this one was a fairly large popcorn bucket. That's all I had close to me. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there, and let me know if you guys are gonna be picking one up. And I'll see you on the next one, whichever popcorn bucket we get next. All right, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.